Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Monday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page to watch on demand. Today is October 22nd, 2018. And now the news at noon. From the Durango Herald, Claudia Law's photo. Governor John Hickenlooper touted an improved view of Colorado access across the nation as his biggest accomplishment in his 2 terms. Hickenlooper, who leaves office in 83 days, met with the Durango Herald editorial board and reporters last Thursday in Durango as part of what amounts to a farewell tour. "I think we have transformed the way we think about the state," he said. "We've transformed the culture to be more pro-business, but with high standards that protect our values." Speaking of the 2020 election, Hickenlooper spoke to the needs of the Democratic Party while shying away from discussing whether he would go forward with a presidential run. He said Democrats should avoid being trapped in a rhetorical argument over single-payer or Medicare for all health insurance and instead rally around the idea that a basic level of health care is a right for everyone. Hickenlooper said some form of private health insurance or government assistance through programs such as Medicare and Medicaid now reaches about 95% of the population. The Democratic Party needs to be the party that protects the American dream, and he said 60% of millennials don't believe they will achieve the lifestyle of their parents. He added Democrats were once the party of small business owners, and it needs to reclaim that title. Hickenlooper said during his 2 terms, prodding from the governor's office brought together environmentalists and oil and natural gas executives, the very essence of Hatfield's and McCoy's, he said. In 14 months, the 2 bitter enemies agreed to regulations to tighten fugitive methane gas emissions in oil and gas fields that are now national and international models. Canada is set to adopt Colorado's regulations virtually word for word, and Mexico is considering doing the same, he said. Hickenlooper noted tightening methane emission rules occurred while USA Today and 24/7 Wall Street, a business news website, both named Colorado as the state with the best economy in the nation. The governor said he was guided in office by what he heard after he was first elected in 2010. People wanted to eliminate red tape, create a better business environment, be more open to innovation, and make the state a destination for entrepreneurs. Hickenlooper said he was hopeful bringing companies like VF, parent company of North Face, Timberland, Jansport, and Eastpak, to Denver would lure suppliers to rural Colorado, places like Durango, Ignacio, Cortez, and Pagosa Springs. Rural Colorado is poised, he said, to share in the Front Range's hot economy with enterprise zones and tax breaks in place if businesses relocate to small-town Colorado. Broadband internet should reach every town in Colorado by the end of 2022, he said. State government can't set up a business, but it can create the ecosystem that ensures employers and employees have the tools they need, and we can create every incentive to ensure that happens, he said. Hickenlooper will leave office at the end of his term limit. The election November 6 is a race between Republican Walter Stapleton and Democrat Jared Polis. From the Journal, Jerry McBride photo. As Colorado's marijuana industry continues to grow, per capita recreational sales in Montezuma County in the first 8 months of 2018 were nearly doubled per capita sales in neighboring La Plata County. From January through August, dispensaries in Montezuma County, population 26,000 according to recent census estimates, sold $15.1 million in recreational marijuana, amounting to $580 per person. Dispensaries in La Plata County, with a population of 56,000, sold $16.3 million in recreational marijuana during the same period, totaling $293 per person. The new sales numbers come from a trio of reports recently released by the Colorado Department of Revenue, or DOR. A Marijuana Enforcement Division mid-year update, a monthly marijuana revenue report, and an average market rate report all show the marijuana industry in Colorado is maturing. The cost of marijuana bud and trim has fallen dramatically since legalization in 2014. Marijuana sales have exceeded $1 billion so far this year, and Colorado has hauled in more than $200 million in revenue this year, according to the state agency. In the first 6 months of 2018, local jurisdictions issued 183 new marijuana business licenses. According to the most recent quarterly update from May through July 2018, the cost of a pound of marijuana bud fell $87 compared to the previous quarter, from $846 down to $759. The steady drop in price and growth in sales shows the Colorado marijuana industry is maturing. Per capita marijuana sales by county show shows some revealing trends. According to an August 2018 market demand report for the DOR, southern Colorado border counties are selling the most per resident. With dispensaries in Montezuma County, adjacent to 3 states where recreational marijuana is illegal, sold $64 of marijuana per month in 2017 for every resident. That ranks higher than La Plata at $36, Denver at $45, Gilpin at $50, and Clear Creek at $60 per capita per month last year. The DOR report states the disparity between counties is likely caused by a significant number of out-of-state visitors' purchases, which inflate the per capita calculation, end quote. If Arizona and New Mexico were to pass legalized marijuana, that would have some effect on ours, Cortez Finance Director Kathy Moss said. Numbers from the City Finance Department show a significant revenue boost over the past few years. In 2016, the city brought in $62,000 from state and local taxes on marijuana. In 2017, that figure rose to $897,000. In the first 8 months of 2018, Moss said the city has received $610,000 from marijuana sales. She said a chunk of that annual marijuana revenue, around $125,000, goes towards marijuana enforcement and licensing in the city. Of the remaining revenue, she said 71% go towards the general fund, and the rest is divided between the recreation center loan, city equipment, city vehicle replacement, and street improvements. More revenue is likely on the way. Moss said Cortez has conservatively budgeted a 5% increase in marijuana revenue for the coming budget year to account for the expected continual increase in pot sales. From the Telluride Daily Planet, photo Justin Creed. Rico residents may have more public transportation options in the future, as talks about the Dolores County community joining the San Miguel Authority for Regional Transportation, or SMART, have officially commenced. SMART currently oversees the southern route between Rico and Telluride, including stops in Ophir and San Bernardo. Rico Town Manager Carrie DiStefano said ridership has been very promising during a SMART meeting in Mountain Village last Wednesday. A 10-person shuttle van, which SMART purchased from the town of Mountain Village, sometimes isn't big enough, she added. The town has received a grant for a new 25-passenger bus. SMART Executive Director David Averill said Rico officially joining the authority's umbrella is a long way away. Since the town is not within the SMART taxing district, which covers the Telluride School District, residents would have to vote on it in 2019 at the earliest. Quote, "I think it's an important service," DiStefano said. "I'm thrilled we can do this. It's a priority for me." The only revenue the southern route collects is from fares, $3 one way or $20 for a 10-trip pass, Averill said. If Rico joined SMART, the operating cost of a route would be between $45,000 to $50,000 a year, he added, based on around 2 hours of service a day at the vendors Telluride Express's hourly rate of $75. Telluride Express will become the service provider for the Down Valley and Norwood bus routes November 1st that the town of Telluride operates. The town will still provide the Lawson Hill service and Galloping Goose Town Loop for the foreseeable future, Averill said at an August 9th meeting. Telluride Express's original bid was $92.50 an hour. SMART Chair and Mountain Village Mayor Leila Benitez said Ophir and San Bernardo residents have expressed interest in becoming SMART members as well, but like Rico, there would have to be a ballot initiative. Averill explained that there have been conversations with Telski about eventually extending SMART services to Dolores in Montezuma County. But in the meantime, Averill said he plans to outline the steps Rico would have to take before joining, which may include a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU. SMART believes Rico can serve as a model for future communities that want to become part of the authority. The goal is to start small and work towards other member jurisdictions in the future, according to SMART's mission statement. And now, let's take a look at the weather. Looking at the national map, far northwest Maine and the tip of New England states may see up to 4 inches of snow. Some rain is possible along the southeast coastline and the tip of Florida. Our western intermountain region is looking at the rain pattern with potential snow at the higher elevations and on down through most of Arizona and New Mexico and across southern Texas, also looking at scattered rains and thunderstorms, while the rest of the country mostly sits under the high pressure system, keeping those states dry for now. So regionally, the news is all about scattered showers and thunderstorms expected to impact much of the eastern Utah and western Colorado area through tonight. A few of the thunderstorms may produce small hail, heavy rain, and gusty winds to 40 miles an hour, mainly this afternoon and evening. Looking ahead, Tuesday through Wednesday, there's a chance for rain and snow showers across much of eastern Utah and western Colorado. Accumulating snow levels are expected to be back above 10,000 feet. And then the rains and snows may clear out into the weekend. So the DCTV local outlook shows today scattered showers and thunderstorms and possibly into the evening. Partly sunny with a high near 64 24 degrees. East-southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. Chance of precipitation 60%. Tonight, showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm on the overnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 42. South-southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast in the evening. Chance of precipitation rises to 70%. Then Tuesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms likely. Cloudy with a cooler high near 56 degrees. South-southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation 60%. Tuesday night, scattered showers and thunderstorms continue, mostly cloudy with a low around 42. South-southeast winds around 5 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. The chance of precipitation slowly decreases to 40%. Then Wednesday, isolated showers with thunderstorms also possible in the afternoon. Partly sunny with a high near 58. East-northeast winds 5 miles an hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Chance of precipitation drops to 20%, and as this pattern moves through, the rains taper off. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 38. Then Thursday, sunny with a high near 58. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 37. Friday, sunny with a high near 60. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 38. And right now, the weekend's looking clear again, with Saturday sunny with a high near 61, and Saturday night clear with a low around 38. So we saw some beautiful sunset colors last night. More clouds and rains on the way could mean some terrific light and shadow potential for more great photos. Be sure to either email them to dcbnnews@gmail.com or post them on the Dove Creek Local Weather Photo Group to share online. And we'll continue to post them here on the weather segment as well. And now, back to the news. From the Journal, photo Stephanie Alderton. After 3 years of bands playing on the grass at Montezuma Park during the third Thursday summer market, the Cortez Retail Enhancement Association, or CREA, is ready to shell out $30,000 for a bandstand. But first, the nonprofit Business Alliance needs city approval. On Friday morning, the Cortez Parks Recreation and Forestry Advisory Board heard from CREA Executive Director Mark Drudge. Drudge said the event, which takes place every third Thursday in June, July, August, and September, has typically attracted between 350 and 500 people, and it's growing. Out of that growth, then, we realized that we're not really set up. The park is not perfect for what we're doing in terms of hosting a band, Drudge said at the meeting. Drudge said CREA brainstormed solutions and came up with a plan for a 20-foot wide, 15-foot deep bandstand made of wood or steel beams. He said CREA is prepared to cover the entire cost of the project. Parks and Recreation Director Dean Palmquist, looking at the long-term needs of the park, said a bandstand might eventually lead to additional amenities like a new restroom, which could cost up to $200,000. But Drudge said he thinks it's a non-issue as CREA brings in portable toilets for the third Thursday market. Still, 2 advisory board members expressed some concerns. Board member Kenneth Quigley said the introduction of a bandstand could lead to unintended consequences. He said people who are homeless might sleep under the shelter. He said it might be a good idea to contact nearby residents to see if they have any objections to the bandstand. Board member Tom Rennick, like Palmquist, expressed concern about the city's potential financial contribution. He said improvements at Montezuma Park are not included in the 10-year master plan adopted in 2016. Palmquist said first, CREA would need to take on the financial burden of both construction and maintenance of the bandstand. Second, the city would notify neighbors of the plan and listen to any concerns. And third, there would be no significant infrastructure cost to the city. Rennick made the motion to accept the 3 conditions, and the advisory board unanimously voted to forward a positive recommendation to the City Council. And from the Journal, photo AP file. The Colorado Court of Appeals, in a unanimous opinion issued last Thursday, upheld the state's ban on large-capacity ammunition magazines of 15 rounds or more. The lawsuit dates back to the contentious 2013 legislative session in which Democrats, who controlled both the House and Senate, passed a trio of gun control laws, including one that banned ownership of an ammunition magazine with 15 rounds or more. The case was brought by Rocky Mountain gun owners. The several other groups also signed on with the plaintiffs. The appeals court concluded that the logic for passing a ban on large-capacity magazines was based on a, quote, legitimate governmental interest in public health and safety, end quote. In their opinion, the justices pointed out that there have been 27 mass shootings in Colorado that used large-capacity magazines between 1999 and 2016. That contrasts with 11 mass shootings involving large-capacity magazines in the period between 1967 and 1998, the opinion noted. Colorado's ability to regulate guns centers around a 1994 case, Robertson versus City of Denver. In that case, the Colorado Supreme Court decided the state may regulate the exercise of the right to bear arms under its inherent police power, so long as the exercise of that power is reasonable. The legislature's intent in passing the 2013 law was, quote, legitimate governmental purpose purposes of reducing deaths from mass shootings, the opinion stated. And while the plaintiffs argued that the 2013 law hasn't made a dent in overall gun violence or deaths from guns, the appeals court said that, quote, legislation need not solve all gun problems to be constitutional. We conclude that the statutes burden only a person's opportunity to use a large capacity magazine, not a person's right to bear arms in self-defense, end quote. RMGO's appeal came after the Denver District Court ruled against the original case. The lower court found that the plaintiffs' claim that the statutes make, quote, almost all magazines and semi-automatic weapons illegal turned on an unreasonable regarding of the statutory definition of a large capacity magazine. The RMGO appeal of the district court's ruling centered on two arguments: the magazine ban should be subject to a heightened standard of review, and that the statute was unconstitutional because it would ban an overwhelming majority of magazines. The appeals court disagreed with both assertions, stating even if they considered the statutory law ambiguous, the legislative purpose is to reduce the number of people who are killed or shot in mass shootings, not to ban all gun magazines, the opinion stated. Further, the statute does not prevent Coloradans from exercising their constitutional right of self-defense, the opinion indicated. Curiously, the plaintiffs didn't assert that the 2013 law violated their Second Amendment rights under the U.S. Constitution, only their rights under the state constitution. According to attorney Christopher Jackson, there's a big difference. Colorado's version of the Second Amendment includes language not found in the U.S. Constitution. It states that a person has a right to, quote, keep and bear arms in defense of his home, person, and property, or in aid of the civil power when thereto legally summoned. The case can't be appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court, according to Jackson, but the plaintiffs can, and he believes will, appeal to the state Supreme Court and seek for a standard of review different than the one created by the Robertson case. Dudley Brown, executive director of RMGO, told Colorado Politics the group will appeal Thursday's ruling, which he said was not unexpected. And now for the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of October 15th through the 21st. Dispatch received a call of a minor accident involving a semi and SUV on Highway 491. No injuries were reported. Local resident reported a case of fraud, and vandalism was reported at a local business. The incident is being investigated. That's all for today's Roundup. Stay tuned for continued updates through the week. And today's High Canyon Country happenings. For the 11th year in a row, the cult classic musical The Rocky Horror Show returns to Durango. This year, they are bringing the horror back to Rocky. See your favorite characters in a whole new thrilling light. Showings start on October 26th from 8 to 10 p.m., then two shows Saturday the 27th, again Sunday night the 28th, and Halloween night on the 31st. And speaking of freak shows, the best local non-kid Halloween party will be this Saturday, October 27th, at the State Line Bar and Grill. This year's theme is the Freak Show, starting at 9 p.m. Free shuttle service is available. Come out for drink specials, costume prizes, and a cranking night of dancing fun with VDJ Plus Ultra and Bunnyhead to keep you rocking into the night. And for the kiddos locally in Dove Creek, save the date this Thursday evening, October 25th, from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Memorial Hall. It's the 5th annual Rock Halloween Carnival. 25-cent tickets with over 20 booths. $4 walking tacos, $2 for the haunted house, with a huge list of spooktacular sponsors. It's a high-energy, fun evening to dress up and have some fun. And all these happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with our YouTube channel and on-demand replays, and our weather, notices, original stories, and local posts. To share your event or information, contact us by email. It's dcbnnews@gmail.com, or call the station 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday, and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. Please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.